This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
What time is it?
Time for action.
Well, the radio is on.
I've been waiting all day.
It's go time.
That's the big thing today, radio.
Getting restless?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Now listen up, y'all. I got a story to tell about a radio show that'll ring your bell. In Dayton, Ohio, I'm bringing the flow on the Evening Edge. WHIO. When you're in your car coming home from work and you're feeling like you need a little perk, tune me in and I'll ease your mind. A shot of fun will help you unwind. I've got stories and parodies. A darn good time is guaranteed. I'm rapping with callers from all around. Some sound crazy and some profound. All week long I'm on the air, laying it down with casino flair. You never really know what you're gonna get from a cocaine bear or a giant cheesehead. So if you're in Dayton or far away, the Evening Edge, a tasty entree. And that's my rap and I'm keeping it tight. My name is Todd and I'm dropping the mic.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Tonight on the show, we got another car into a building. We've got Tasty Tuesday. Oh, we have... Remember when we were talking about the Pancurrito last week at the Blueberry Cafe? I have some major, maybe, possibly, some major information, major news, Pancurrito news. I think we may need some sort of Pancurrito news sounder or something. I don't know. We got an Idiot of the Week. We got some science news, and it has to do with a new supplement. This is 100% true. They call them Crapsules. Not capsules, but Crapsules. You heard me right. You didn't mishear what I said. And it's all the rage. So we got that. We also have tickets to give away to I Love the 80s. This is going to be a show, a trio of 80s artists. Flock of Seagulls, Bow Wow Wow, and Animotion. They're going to be at Bogart's Friday, June 20th. Just be listening for the Flock of Seagulls sounder. You'll hear it. You'll know. I'll tell you when to call. But first, we got to get to my buddy Ron. So, Ron, how are you today?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. So, a week or so ago, well, over a week and a half almost, your dog got loose.
Yes, ran out from the dog sitter and had not been seen until very recently. So
let me go back and set this up for people who maybe didn't know. We talked about it last week. We were sharing the story on the Evening Edge Facebook page when your dog got loose, Abby. That's a tough time for any dog owner. I can't imagine, and my wife and I talked about this, if Lily or Luna got loose, holy cow. I mean, I don't know how you go to work, how you sleep, how you do anything without just, losing it.
It's been tough.
That your doggy's gone. Your doggy's lost.
Yeah.
That's a horrible feeling. So it got loose. Was it last weekend? Was it Saturday, Sunday?
It was on actually Friday evening.
Friday night. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went this whole week or last week, no sight, no sound, nothing.
Right.
And she was lost somewhere over by County Line Road, right? Between like Beaver Creek, Kettering, right there on the border.
Yeah, that neighborhood off of Woodman over by Research. And then, that's the neighborhood she left. And then we had a sighting by someone over the weekend in Beaver Creek.
Wow. Okay. So she did a little bit of traveling.
She did.
Yeah.
And so we went traveling last night, and we went through the neighborhoods talking to people and passing out flyers and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And then today we get somebody who provides us with Ring camera footage of her walking around in the neighborhood in Kettering where she was lost.
Really?
And I mean, it's not like this grainy footage. We're like, oh, it could be. No.
Is that Bigfoot?
Dude.
Was that Bigfoot?
It was not Sasquatch.
Not Sasquatch.
My wife sent me the video, and I looked at it, and I'm like, holy crud, that is definitely her.
Wow.
That is down to the collar and everything, dude.
So did you, I think we were in a meeting when you got a message or something about this, or I forget the timeline, but, did your wife go over to that neighborhood and immediately start looking, or are you going to go over as soon as you get done here, or what?
Well, she went over there and she drove around, looked around, couldn't find her. Apparently the video was shot at like 2:00 this morning is when she showed up.
Oh, so it was shot in the middle of the night. It wasn't something like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or something like that.
No. So it's pretty obvious that she's moving around at night when it's dark.
Boy,
and she's not coming out for the daylight.
I'll tell you what. Well, man, I'd almost be tempted to like go and set up a lawn chair, in front of this house, tell these people, hey, look, we're hoping that she just kind of travels by, because she's out, on her own, and maybe she'll see, hey, this looks familiar, and she'll see you or your wife or somebody, sitting there, be like, oh, there's my people. But I don't know that you want to be out there at 2 a.m.
I've been getting a lot of expert advice.
Oh, really?
And I've even talked to a guy who does this for a living with a drone and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that right now, if we ran through the neighborhoods calling her name and stuff, we may chase her back into the woods.
Right.
Because of her state of mind right now. She's still in this flight mode or whatever he called it, where she's like freaking out about everything. So she may not recognize us or even the sound of our voice if we went out there and tried to find her. So it sounds like to us, we're going to have to trap her.
Oh.
We've had contact obviously with the gentleman who had this Ring camera and the footage. And we did ask him, can we put some food out in front of your house?
Right.
And he said, yes. And the hope now is, and we're going to get with some people too about possibly getting a trap out there. He's got one of those backyards where you drive into the backyard, but it's got a gate in front.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The hope is he's going to leave it open, he said. And the hope is she'll walk into his backyard and then he'll see it and then he'll go out and shut the gate and she'll be in his backyard and we'll be able to go over there and get her. That's the hope right now. That's the plan.
Wow.
The good thing right now is that, for a week, we did not know if she was even alive.
Right.
So,
I mean, and you and I talked about this, and each day I came in to do the show, I immediately went down and asked you how the search was going and if you wanted to talk about it. And it's a difficult thing to discuss. And I understand that, but now that there's some hope, that's so great. I'm hopefully it'll just be, hours or a next day or so, maybe the more we talk about it and the more people see, they'll be like, wait a second, that I know that dog. That's Ron's dog. Now, her name is Abby.
Yeah.
And I've posted pictures. You've posted pictures on Facebook. I would just encourage people. And again, what street was that on? If you can.
Talisman and man, I always get this Galewood.
Was this on the flyer that you put out?
Yes.
Let me look and see if I can
find it. It's on the
flyer.
I always forget that name, but Talisman is one of the streets that's involved there. So this would be right just south of where Research Boulevard is, and it's inside Kettering. So Talisman and Galewood, Galewood Street and Talisman Drive. So it's over there near Oakwood, State Farm Park, that area.
Right,
there, if you're familiar with that.
So if you live in that area, and look, a lot of people are driving home right now. They're driving home from work. If you live close to that area, just take a couple of moments and just, maybe if you're at a stop sign or a red light or wherever, do it safely, of course. Just take a gander and look. If you see a dog that's kind of grayish and black, What do you know what the breed is? I mean, would people know or?
She's a blue heeler retriever mix.
Okay. All right. Well,
so she's kind of low to the ground. But so she would be sort of a black and silver dog. And from the video that I've seen, she looks exactly like she did when she was at home. It's not like she had gotten so dirty that it changed her color or anything like that.
Or she put on a costume.
No, did not put on a costume or anything like that. She left the Sasquatch costume at home.
Right. Well, I just pinned the post to the top of my Facebook page. So if you can, go take a look if you live in that area and keep an eye out. And look, I mean, call the show. If you see it, call the show. We're on until 7. Just call us, 937-457-1290. Chances are you're probably not going to see her, and we won't get her before 7 o'clock, right? But you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
The weather's nice out, and maybe she's out looking for, fun or food or water or something, and maybe you'll see her.
After a week of having absolutely no leads whatsoever, just a sighting is just great. That way we can pinpoint an area.
Right. Yeah. All right. So edgeheads out there, if you're in that area, please take a look for Abby. Any dog that seems to be on the loose, if it's gray, it's black, and whatever, there's a good chance that that's her. So let us know. Appreciate it.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Yes, Missy, I saw that. And I feel like, and I might bring this up, I feel like Milford is more Cincinnati. But I don't know. We cover cars crashing into buildings in Lima. So I don't know. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up on the show. And we'll see. Maybe we'll add it. Or it might be something that we end up adding next year, adding Cincinnati, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it for sure. Yeah, that's rough. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine Lily or Luna getting loose. Oh my gosh. I mean, I would be rough. I think Mary would just be completely inconsolable. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel, Joel. And see, here's the thing, the WHIO signal, and not to get into all the technical side of things, our signal travels further north than it does south. It's a directional station. So everything, our signal, I mean, it still goes south. It's not like you can't hear it, but people in Lima can sometimes pick up the station, and people down south can't. So that's why, but yeah. Was that dog information?
Yeah, just advice.
Oh, okay. Everybody's got advice. He needs Ace Ventura. Thank you, Lana. Listening on the radio. Marcia is listening on the radio. For all the folks on TikTok, if you're not familiar, this is a talk radio show in Dayton, Ohio. And on the TikTok, you only get to hear me. But if you listen to our live stream, which is on YouTube and or Facebook at Evening Edge Todd, you get to hear everything. You get to hear the callers. You get to hear the sound effects. You get to hear the music. You get to hear my news guy. It's the full package. The full package. On TikTok, it's just my yammering ass.
Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Now, to get back to this show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
He's Ohio man, causing chaos is his plan. Breaking all the laws, on the run from dusk to dawn.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We have not one, but two Ohio men. We're calling them the Flamingo Felons. So up in Parma, Ohio, there is a park where there is a giant flamingo statue. And the city and I guess donors purchased this giant flamingo statue to honor a little girl that has autism. Well, for the second time in 2 years, the flamingo has been kidnapped from this from this particular park. Last year, it was three ne'er-do-wells, causing chaos there in Parma. And then it happened again this last Saturday. Detectives combed through surveillance footage and captured a white Ford Escape passing through a nearby intersection very early in the morning. And then they saw two guys get out of the SUV and loaded the Flamingo in the car. But here's the thing, and I saw this picture. They got one of the legs up. I think it's because the Flamingo stands on one leg generally, right? Yeah. So that leg was up. They cut the other one off at the ankles. I mean, they took the leg right off of this daggone Flamingo. Now, that's a crime, and that's not cool. But what are you going to do with a Flamingo with no feet that can't stand up? What are you going to do with it? I guess you could just jam it into the ground. But then again, everybody's going to see that you stole the Flamingo. Anyway, they tracked down the car of the person, or the video that they saw. They tracked down the car. It turns out car belonged to a mom and dad of a 20-year-old. And of course, they said, well, we weren't the ones who did it, but guess who had access to that vehicle? Our 20-year-old. And of course, he caved under the intense interrogation of the Parma police, and caved and turned on his accomplice, a 21-year-old friend. So now both Flamingo bandits are facing a 5th-degree felony theft. They got to do something with that Flamingo, because I have a feeling it's going to keep being stolen. That's kind of a cool prize. I mean, it ain't cool that they stole it, but it is kind of a cool prize.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Hey, Pancurrito.
Miami Valley's most accurate and dependable forecast. Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney. As we go through tonight, we'll see a mostly clear sky, temperature of 59 degrees here in Dayton. For Wednesday, mostly sunny and again, high of 84 degrees. No threat to rain for the next day. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney for Dayton Pacific Weather Station, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Latest scan of the live Doppler 7 radar is clear. Got a mix of sun and clouds this hour. It is currently 74 in Springfield, 75 in Dayton at 5:44. Our next scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it. Here at WHIO, we listened to what you want in a news and talk station. What you said is that it's important to report the news right down the middle and to let you decide what you think about it. It's not our job to convince you to think a certain way. It's our job to report the news, give you both sides, and be fair and honest. That's a promise we've made since 1935. We're honored you've chosen us as Dayton's news and talk station. 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Depend on it. If you've been seriously injured in a trucking accident, call Dayton's newest personal injury lawyers. Listen to Atala Mondock and State, winning big cases since 1999. Jim, Gil, Joe, and Jeff delivered big results. When you're injured, call 937-222-HURT today. Need to move out, to commit to real variation, and create the unforgettable. Something familiar, something rare, something new, because your love is really rare. James Street, the home of fine jewelry. We welcome all to experience the finest jewelry and rarest creations at James Street Jewelers. 3100 Far Hill Avenue, Kettering, or at jamesfree.com. Attention farmers, you know that farming is more than just a business.
Doo-doo-doo.
Ag Services in North Southern Ohio is the place to appear in agriculture, even after hours, and offers not only competitive.
Coming up, we got a story about dog attacks on mail carriers. We got another car into a building, and I'm going to have Tasty Tuesday. We've got news about the Pancurrito, my invention, my food invention, plus pizza vodka. Yum.
That's right, Cerebus. That will keep your wallet happy. Tanner, Heating and Air Conditioning, a reliable local family-owned company that always produces great results. This is Sarah Tanner. Call 299-2500 or go to tannerhvac.com. Schedule today. Tanner, Heating and Air Conditioning, the name you can trust.
Bob. Is this a joke? No? Okay. I thought maybe line one, Flamingo story. Sometimes we get jokes. You don't know? Okay. It's all right.
Attention job seekers, KTH Parts Industries is expanding their top-notch automotive manufacturing team. Join the second shift with starting pay at $21.66 per hour. Enjoy competitive pay and benefits while making an impact through innovative work. Ready to take the next step? Visit kth.net today.
Do 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 do.
Missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles. It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like.
All right.
Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again,
anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in. Because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk. WHIO.
Don't hesitate to call.
You call me. You better call me.
Damn it, get me a phone.
Call me on my radio.
I'm gonna call you.
You got him on the radio?
You won't make a simple phone call?
What is wrong with you?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I saw this story today. Dog attacks on mail carriers have reached a 7-year high with over 6,000 incidents reported last year. That is a increase of 5% from 2023. And here's the thing, the Midwest, particularly states like Illinois, Iowa, and Ohio, have the highest rate of dog attacks on mail carriers. And I'm curious, I know we have mail carriers, they call the show from time to time. I'd be curious if there's one particular area of the Miami Valley where they run into this problem most often. What are the neighborhoods? Is it in the city limits? Is it somewhere in the suburbs? Probably not out in the rural areas, because usually those mail carriers are driving in vehicles, right? But like in my neighborhood, we have mail carriers that walk up and down the street. So I'd be curious if mail carriers who might be listening have some insight in that. 937-457-1290. Bob in Springfield. What's up, Bob?
Well, I had a follow-up to your Flamingo conversation.
Oh, the Flamingo Felons in Parma who stole the flamingo from the park. The flamingo statue, let's be clear.
I will just tell you I wasn't there.
Oh, good.
However,
yeah.
In 2006, I was deployed to Guam.
Oh.
And there was this flamingo at this place we went to after scuba diving.
A real flamingo?
And no. It was a little tiny light up. The wings moved on it. It was pink and pink lights and
right. Yeah.
Well, there's always a tradition in the military that you need to take something home from your deployment.
Oh, so okay, is stealing something?
I kept moving this flamingo closer to the jungle area.
Right.
And as fate would have it, I got it into the jungle, and all of a sudden we're down on the beach and the police show up.
Uh-oh.
So they took everybody's ID card, and I got arrested for stealing a flamingo. Funny, actually.
You know what, Bob? It serves you right to be arrested.
The short version of it is. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it serves you right for kidnapping a flamingo.
I know, but the whole reason why I got caught.
Yeah.
Now I'm retired Air Force.
Okay.
But back in the day, the Marines tried to steal it a month early, so they put a camera on it.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Went through the whole thing. My career stayed intact. Everything happened. We deployed there again in 2010. And the girl that was working the bar that night, or restaurant,
right.
She's like, I remember you. And I had something for you. It's in the back room.
No.
And she wound up giving me that flamingo. And
you were able to, you brought it back from Guam.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, do you still have the flamingo?
I don't. I got rid of it because through my military career. I know it.
How could you get rid of that? That you do. Oh man, that is a fantastic souvenir.
Exactly.
Oh geez.
But that's a true story. I didn't lose my career over it.
Thank
I thought
God.
I was.
Thank God. You lose your pension, end up in Leavenworth, the whole deal because you stole a flamingo. That's a great story, Bob. I appreciate it, buddy. Have a good one. Charlie and Bellefontaine. What's up, Charlie?
Hi, Todd.
Hey.
Great day today. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So tonight is the strawberry moon.
Oh, tonight is the strawberry moon.
That's what they said on the news, so we'll be looking for that.
Well, we'll see if it's true. That could be fake strawberry moon news. Who knows?
Well, the dog story, I'll tell you, we lost a dog. It was right around the 4th of July, and the neighbors were shooting off fireworks.
Oh, yeah. Dogs hate that. Dogs hate that.
It was going for a week or more. And we finally did find it, stopped at several neighbors and houses along the way, and probably one of them called, and it was a week later and said, your dog's on the road. And, oh, my wife was just crying her eyes out. And they said, no, it's not dead. It's just on the road. So we went and picked it up, and other than losing some pounds, and he was dog tired for sure. And, you know, when you lose a dog, that's rough, Todd. Rough. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. And I got that he's dog tired, too. Charlie, Ron Otto has some comments for you, I believe.
Telling somebody that they've seen your dog on the road is not the best way to tell somebody you found their dog.
That is true. That is true. That is true. All right, Charlie, thanks for your call, buddy. 937-457-1290. I knew we were going to get a lot of dog puns. I mean, I'm hoping that somebody sees Abby once again over there in the Kettering area, close to Bellbrook. Ron, one more time, just one more time, if you don't mind. Can you? I know I'm just kind of threw it at you there at the last second.
Yeah.
The streets again over there.
The dog sitter's house is over there in Galewood Street, Talisman Drive. It's over there near Woodman and Kettering, like Vale Drive borders it to the south. State Farm Park, that in that area would be south of Research Boulevard.
So Ron's dog disappeared like a week ago this past Friday, but there was a sighting this morning on a Ring camera. So, you know, as far as we know, Abby's still out there running around. So if you live in that area that Ron just talked about, any edgeheads out there, please keep an eye out when you're heading home from work, or if you're going out tonight or whatever. It's a beautiful night. There'll be people out probably walking sidewalks and, you know, just going out for a walk, being outside. Keep an eye out. And if you see a dog that looks to be like a stray or lost or whatever, Abby is grayish and she's got black and the whole deal. You can see a picture on my Facebook. Just keep an eye out. 937-457-1290. It's Tasty Tuesday.
Why don't you go inside and get yourself a tasty snack?
Want a bite? They're real tasty.
How you get so big that you fold up this kind?
It was tasty.
Delicious and tasty.
When you're hungry, everything looks tasty.
That was tasty little hors d'oeuvre.
You know, I love talking about food because it's one of the things we can kind of all agree on. You know, we may not agree on politics or religions or sports teams. So many things divide us in today's world, but by God, we all love a good meal and a tasty treat. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? So you might have been listening last week when I mentioned that I had lunch with some WHIO staffers at Blueberry Cafe, and I ordered one of their ginormous pancakes. I think it was about 35 inches in diameter. It's more than a yard wide. It's that big. And I got a couple of eggs. I got some bacon, and I got some hash browns. And we were all marveling at the size of their pancakes over there at Blueberry Cafe. And I decided, hey, you know, I could just throw everything into this giant pancake and roll it up. So I did that. We took some pictures of it. We had some fun with it on the air. And I came up with the name Pancurrito. Well, I have to tell you that tomorrow night on the show, I believe there's going to be a very special announcement about the Pancurrito and the Blueberry Cafe. Now, this is just a tease, if you will, a tease, a Pancurrito tease. So make sure you're listening tomorrow night because a Pancurrito may be in your future. That's all I'm saying. Also on Tasty Tuesday, pizza goes just about perfect with anything, any beverage, right? You have beer and pizza, you have soft drinks and pizza. I guess you really wouldn't have milk with pizza, but you would. Bryn, you'd have milk with pizza? Really? That's odd. You think that's odd? Or do you yeah. It's an odd thing. How about vodka? Vodka? Yeah. Not Bryn, she's underage. There's a Rhode Island-based spirits company called Isco, and they are debuting a brand new pizza vodka. The company first created Pizza Strip Vodka, which was sold statewide in Rhode Island, but then realized that all states could enjoy their own cheesy vodka version. It was crafted with all natural ingredients, and I guess you can get it locally, or you could probably order it. Maybe someplace has it. They start with a base of organic wheat, herbs, spices, which, by the way, today is National Herb and Spice Day, in case you were wondering. Tomatoes and fresh mozzarella cheese were added. The mixture was then distilled down into a spirit. Vodka that tastes like pizza. I'll tell you who should have this. I went there the other night, Friday night, and after the show, and I mentioned them yesterday on the show, Roscoe's Pizza down in Corwin. They have like 108 different types of pizza on their menu. They've got a great bar, and I think the perfect combination would be for their bar would be pizza vodka. That would be interesting.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Coming up,
T-O.
Double D.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Hey, Will, will you grab something off the printer for me? Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I love that.
Broadcasting live from the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
More rest stop work, this time in Auglaize County. We'll have the latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Come on, back to the show. The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up after the news, we got some science news, and I'm just going to say this one word, not capsules, crapsules. Crapsules. Also, we got a Florida man, and tonight, what's bugging Bryn? Tomorrow is a big day for Bryn, my producer, tonight. And but something's really bugging her. I mean, it's making her gums hurt. That's how bad she's bugged. Jim in Springfield. What's up, Jim?
I want to give Ron a little hope. Several years ago, my wife and I were traveling down to Florida to help my mom downsize in West Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Shorty, Shih Tzu, part Yorkie, Storky.
Right.
And we went out dinner, left the door out, apparently left the door cracked at a red roof because they accepted dogs. She got out, looked all night long, couldn't find her. We just wept all night, had to go down and help my mom. Knew that we'd lost her. She was dead. We were in Columbia, South Carolina. Contacted everybody we could in Columbia that was involved in this kind of stuff. The animal advocates and that kind of stuff. Helped my mom for a week. Literally walking out the door, we got a phone call, and she had survived a week in Columbia, South Carolina. Had crossed two interstates, small dogs, I-20 and I-26.
Wow!
And because of our contact there, an attorney had seen her cowering in the woods near a motel across those interstates. She hadn't been violated. Still got her. She's still alive, 10 years old. And
wow.
Believe in miracles. It happens. And dogs are survivors.
Yep.
So tell Ron not to give up.
They're not going to give up, I promise you. And I'm hopeful that here in the next day or two, they'll hear something. It's great news and great call. Thank you for that. I mean, just the fact that she was caught on camera this morning, that's huge. I mean, that's a sigh of relief, but you still got to find her, and I'm sure they're going to do it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
It was in Kettering, not far from where she was. She disappeared, Captain Scurvy. But it was at like 2:00 in the morning is when she was caught on the ring. So it wasn't like anybody was around that could have done anything about it. But they have a better idea of where she's at, so maybe they'll find her. What? Oh, thank you, Kim. Well, you know what? I mean, she might be hiding. But thank you. I'm going to mention that. Thank you, Kim. And thank you, Captain Scurvy.
WHIO News Time is 6:07. When it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 at 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hey, what time is it?
It's showtime! Look, it's showtime!
Am I late? We were just about to begin without you. It's showtime. Oh, this will be great. Well, what are we waiting for? Showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Funny guys are dangerous. They'll make you laugh and laugh and laugh, and then boom, you're naked.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, And TikTok before 7 o'clock tonight, someone listening to this very show is going to win a pair of tickets to see the I Love the 80s at Bogart's in Cincinnati, a trio of iconic 80s artists. Flock of Seagulls, Bow Wow Wow, and Animotion. I had 45 RPM records from all three of those bands. Just be listening for the Flock of Seagulls sounder. You'll hear it, and I'll tell you when to call, but that's going to be coming up very, very shortly. Also, we got another car into a building. We've got an Idiot of the Week. I need to give a shout out to a couple of people real quick here at the beginning of this hour. I want to give a shout out to Edgehead Kim, who is on the live stream. Apparently, she just drove around the entire neighborhood where Ron Otto's dog was seen very early this morning on a Ring camera. That's the first real good, solid proof that they have. And she didn't find anything, but that's, you know what? You just never know. You never know. So, we talked about it. It's on my Facebook. But thank you for doing that, Kim. Also, I need to mention Jacob and Jason. Jacob sent me this email today, and Jason just mentioned it on the live stream, that today was the day that Cheez-It revealed their big collaboration with Wendy's. They have collaborated, and they've come up with Wendy's Baconator crackers. It's for a limited time. But yeah, Wendy's Baconator Cheez-It crackers for a limited time. I really enjoy the Baconator. The one thing I don't like about the Baconator, I mean, and you can always order it without, but I am not a fan of ketchup on my burger. And yeah, I know I'm kind of a weird guy like that. We're actually kind of a weird guy in many ways, but that's just one of them. And I'm curious to know if there's a hint of ketchup in those crackers, because if there is, not for me. Also, lots of times you might be having kind of a rough day, and you need to find something to celebrate. It's been a bad day,
Because you had a bad day.
and you need something to sort of get excited about. Well, today, take your pick. Today is National Iced Tea Day. It's National Frosted Cookie Day. It's National Herb and Spices Day. And it's also National Black Cow Day. Now, I'm not talking about the animal. A black cow, I guess, was the original name of a root beer float. And the root beer float, as we know it now, was called the Black Cow, and it was invented by a guy by the name of Frank J. Wisner of Cripple Creek, Colorado in 1893. He owned the Cripple Creek Cow Mountain Coal Mining Company. There's a mouthful. Holy cow. But he invented that, the Black Cow, and now we know it as the root beer float. So a lot of good things that you could celebrate today. Have a frosted cookie, maybe an iced tea. Oh, it's also National Egg Roll Day. Did I mention that? No, I skipped that one. Oh, that's my favorite one. Well, you can go out and enjoy an egg roll. It's also National Forklift Safety Day. So if you got a forklift, drive it in safety. 937-457-1290 is the number, and it's very important to remember that number for...
A large flock of seagulls got lost in the fog.
Flock of seagulls. Ladies and gentlemen, a flock of seagulls.
Yes, but I didn't request the flock of seagulls.
Just like a flock of seagulls.
Well, you've been going around the place humming that flock of seagulls.
There's a gas shortage and a flock of seagulls.
I can definitely take flock of seagulls.
A flock of seagulls.
I got a flock of seagulls in my house.
Do you like flock of seagulls? It was 1982 and my flock of seagulls haircut was tickling your chin.
If you'd like to go see Flock of Seagulls, along with Bow Wow Wow and Animotion. Be the fifth caller right now at 937-457-1290. They are performing Friday, June 20th down at Bogart's in Cincinnati. And extra bonus points for whoever does their hair, like that crazy flock of seagulls thing. Remember that? For the show. Might be fun. Just be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290, and we'll hook you up with those tickets to the show. We got cars crashing into buildings to talk about.
Your crashed car. In local news, a spectacular car crash. House car.
Well, I became aware of this just today. It happened on Saturday up in Logan County in Bell Center. This happened just after 11 o'clock. Deputies responded to East Buckeye Street, where a green Ford Explorer left the roadway and struck the front of a house there on East Buckeye Street. The driver was identified as a 32-year-old man. Told deputies he had been traveling east on Route 273 when his vehicle throttle became stuck, causing him to lose control and crash into the home. However, deputies detected the odor of alcohol on his breath, despite a strong scent of mint. Witnesses at the scene reported seeing him stumble as he exited the vehicle. Well, I mean, he did just hit a house. So, I mean, I guess he could be inebriated, but also he just hit a house. That's enough to make anybody a little tilty. When asked to perform field sobriety tests, the man refused and requested to speak to an attorney. Deputies noted that he showed multiple signs of impairment, placed him under arrest for operating a vehicle under the influence. And you pretty much know the rest of the story, how this happens or what occurs. But deputies did locate a red cooler behind the driver's seat that contained ice and cans of beer. Beer. So we do count that in our list of vehicles crashing into buildings. That would be number 47 for the year. 47 for the year if you are keeping track. We have an idiot of the week to talk about.
You are a stupid idiot!
Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Idiot! Imbecile pig!
Wake up, idiot!
Silly dilly dilly, I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
So this is a crazy story. You know, lots of times people, when they're traveling, they're running late to the airport, right? Maybe you got up late, you had car problems, you couldn't get an Uber. Maybe you had to, deal with the family, whatever it might be. You end up getting to the airport late. Well, that's what happened to a 23-year-old Michigan man. He was arrested after he made a bomb threat to Spirit Airlines at the Detroit Metropolitan Airport back on June 5th. Apparently, this idiot, missed his flight to L.A. and called in the false threat to delay the flight. So he was running late and said, you know what? I've got an idea. I need to make this flight, so I'm going to go ahead and call the airport, and I'm going to make a bomb threat. And he said that there was a bomb on the plane. Well, that resulted in the plane being evacuated, thoroughly searched. Of course, no explosives were found, but it was delayed about 6 hours. So this guy, this 23-year-old idiot, thought, okay, well, it's been delayed. I can now take my time to get to the airport and make the flight. Well, as he arrived at the airport, they arrested him because they were able to trace the phone call of the bomb threat back to him. They realized that this guy was on the flight, and when he showed up late because the plane had been delayed, they arrested him. And it is just another day in the life of Spirit Airlines, because it's always something with them, isn't it?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That one missed. That one went short. Yes, I did, Captain Scurvy, and thank you for that. I haven't reviewed it completely yet. I haven't dug into your query, but I promise I'll get to it. I've been busy the last few days with show stuff. I haven't introduced him yet, and I'm not going to tonight. But I have a new job shadow. Yeah, he wants to be a comedy writer. So he's job shadowing me for the summer, but I've been doing some stuff with him, trying to get him up to speed on everything. So I will get to it. Comedy writer for the show. Let me just be clear on that. We're having tacos tonight. It's Taco Tuesday at the Hollst house. And I'm hoping that the wife stopped to buy some guac or avocados to make some guac, because I'm in the mood for guac. Hey, guacamole. No worries, Captain Scurvy. It's all good. I mean, we still got to finish the rest of the script, so.
The Bengals make a salary cap move. We'll have the latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
All right, we got to get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Consider the following: miscellaneous and wondrous things.
You see, it's a matter of science, lad. Come here, I'll show you.
Brilliant.
Blah, blah, blah. Science, science, science.
How can scientific truth be heresy?
What did the great man of science have to say today?
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. All right. I got some science news, but I just want to preface this by saying this is a real thing. And just prepare yourself, gird your loins for this story. A group of UK researchers are testing whether capsules containing freeze-dried poo from healthy donors can uproot antibiotic-resistant bacteria hiding in certain patients' guts. So what they've done is they've taken, I'm just going to say it, human feces, and they freeze-dried it, and they put it in capsule form. Yeah, I don't know that I feel... I think I would be okay with feeling bad if the alternative was taking a pill like that. In a trial of 41 patients who had recently battled drug-resistant infections, some were given the poo pills and others were given a placebo. A month later, those who received the poo pills were found to have healthy bacteria colonizing in their guts, a sign that the pills may have flushed out the bad bugs. And they call them crapsules, not capsules. I really do feel sometimes, and I've mentioned this before, I feel like something happened in the world and we are on some sort of different, I don't know, timeline, paradigm. I don't know. Something feels like things have been twisted around and we get stories like this now. I mean, does anybody else feel that way? It just feels like something has gone berserk. It's like from Seinfeld, the Bizarro world. You know, everything is upside down. Everything's weird. Everything's gone sideways. Like a time shift. Something. And now we have stories like freeze-dried poopy pills. Yeah, it's just weird, but it's real. I'm not making it up, you know, but it's just one of these strange stories that come along. It seems now every week. There, you know what that is? This is, here it is.
That's some weird news of the world.
That is bizarre.
Weirdest thing I've heard today.
Where do you get this stuff?
I found a sensational story. Like weird news. I thought I heard it all till now.
That is the weirdest thing you're going to hear today, I promise.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, pump.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
That went in, by the way. Exactly where it should have gone. Into the trash can. No clever lines, Will, for that story. There was a kicker in the story that I didn't read, and it was finally a reason to take someone else's crap. I felt like I had already talked about it enough. Crazy. Nope, that one went in. The one I just threw went in. Leslie. Huh. It's Captain Scurvy, the intern.
Captain Scurvy.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now, who would like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I am a big fan of Quentin Tarantino's films. And one of his best, in my view, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Absolutely loved that film. And not just because it was his most recent. I just love the film. I love the topic. I love the period of time that it took place. And I especially love that character that Brad Pitt played, Cliff Booth. Well, a sequel apparently is in the works, and it's going to be made by Netflix. And Quentin Tarantino is, he's not directing it. It's going to be David Fincher. It's a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and is casting up as it prepares for a summer start of production. And Scott Kahn is going to be in it, along with Elizabeth Debicki. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Much of the project is shrouded in secrecy, but it is known to center on Cliff Booth, the former stuntman and body double to TV actor Rick Dalton, as seen in Tarantino's 2019 film. It is set in a later time period than the movie. But I love that character, and I think it'll be really interesting. I love that story, and I I hope it turns out great, and it's going to be on Netflix. So that's exciting. 937-457-1290. Let's talk to Charlie in Bell Fountain. What's going on, Charlie?
I'm back. I couldn't resist the Crapsule thing. I'm being serious. I believe that Mother Nature remedies, home remedies, and natural cures are better than pharmaceuticals.
Right.
The Crapsule, that's out there, but I know people with that affliction, and I think it makes sense. You're putting healthy into your
I suppose.
Yeah. But it comes down to the size of the capsule, because you don't want that thing to melt in your mouth like an M&M.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
If you get maybe the generic brand, it might be the size of a Vienna sausage.
Right.
So,
you might buy something online and it comes from a foreign country, and you don't know exactly what's in that Crapsule.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of scary on that end of it.
Yeah, that is
works out for you though.
Well, appreciate it, Charlie. Thanks for I'm not taking them. I'm just saying, I just did the story. I'm not going to be taking them. I'll deal with whatever affliction there might be. I take enough people's crap. Bryn, hop on the line, please.
Is there a Bryn in the house? It's bugging her.
Please don't ruffle her feathers.
That is very Gen Z humor of you.
Girl, you are about to explode. Everybody needs vent.
Like she's annoyed about something.
Well, she just needed to get that off her chest.
It's always something with her.
Hey, Bryn.
Well, this is an opportunity for Bryn, one of my several producers here on the show. They are producers, they're board ops, they're call screeners. They do everything. And when I first met Bryn, I thought she's a bright young woman. She's 18. She just got out of high school last year, right?
Yep.
And the whole world's in front of you.
Yeah.
You got your whole life in front of you, which would seem like, oh, everything is great. But the reality is there are plenty of things that bug the living daylights out of Bryn.
It's
so
true.
we've started this feature from time to time. What's bugging Bryn? So, Bryn, fill us in. What's going on? What is bugging you today?
Well, my braces have been getting on my nerves a lot recently, and I'm not supposed to have braces right now. This was all a big misconstrued thing that wasn't even supposed to happen.
What do you mean a misconstrued thing that happened?
When I was like 13,
okay,
I was supposed to get my braces, but then I fell on my face. And
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay, that explains. You know, people, but we've been talking about this in the hallway. Have you seen Bryn? What happened with? We don't know. I'm just joking.
Yeah, you're funny. No,
I'm just kidding. So what happened? Were you like skateboarding, or you're riding your
skating, and I fell on my face.
Oh, geez.
And that obviously my face was very swollen, and it set back me getting my braces. And then by the time my face was healed, they suggested I do Invisalign, but unfortunately I don't like to listen, so I did not wear my Invisalign hardly at all. So that didn't work out.
So they had to wire you up.
They did. They said we're putting you in braces. And finally, after like 6 years of
6 years,
I know, of orthodontics and wires and all of that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm getting them off tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. So, but I have a couple of questions because I had braces.
Right.
I had braces as a kid. I started out with retainers.
Yes.
Did you have that?
I had spacers and expanders.
Okay.
before.
See, my mouth, my teeth were sort of in the shape of a V and not sort of like a U like they're supposed to be.
Mhm.
So before they could put on my braces, they had to spread my teeth out.
Yeah.
So I had these horrible now again, you know, this was back in the mid 80s,
Right.
you know, back in the dark ages, last century, the Frankenstein type stuff, you know.
Mhm.
But I'd had these retainers, and they would spread my my teeth out, and a few times I would click them in, click them out, and it weakened them. And they would break, and I'd have to go back, and they would solder them together, and then finally they just cemented them in my mouth.
Oh no.
And it also helped me from throwing them into the wastebasket in the lunchroom. It was kind of nice. You take it out to eat your lunch, and oh man.
I did that with my Invisalign. That was a big problem.
Oh yeah. And that's expensive. That's an expensive problem.
It is.
So you've had the what they call railroad tracks, right?
Yes.
Do they still call them that?
I haven't heard it. No.
Maybe that's an old phrase,
It
again,
might
from the
be.
dark ages last century. But we used to call it like railroad tracks,
Yeah.
you know, on your teeth, because they look like, you know,
Yeah.
a railroad track. But you're going to have them taken off tomorrow.
Yes.
Boy, this is going to be exciting.
I know. I'll be able to chew normally and not get food stuck in them all the time.
Oh, that's the worst.
It is. It's no fun.
That's the worst. Do you use a water pick at all?
Yeah, I floss if I need to get.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I knew a girl, and this sounds awful, but it's just the truth. I sort of dated this girl a little bit in junior high that had braces like that.
Yeah.
And she was not one to really clean the braces to the extent that you would want. So when I would see her after school and we were kissing, I knew what she had for lunch.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
So anyway, well, I'm looking forward to seeing your pretty smile.
Me
without
too.
without your braces. That's going to be huge.
Yes.
Are you going to do anything exciting and fun like for your first meal or your first drink or whatever it is? Or have you thought about that?
Maybe get like a big bag of popcorn. Not have to worry about the kernels.
Well, you know what? I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. I mean, there's probably foods that you try to avoid because of that very thing, right? Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right. Well, are you working tomorrow? Are you going to be here tomorrow?
No. Tomorrow I'm getting my braces
Right.
off, and then I have a voice lesson.
Oh, a voice. Are you a singer?
Yes. I'm not going to sing on the air. Don't ask me to.
You know what? I do parodies all the time. Sometimes I need backup singers.
Okay.
You'll do that?
Yeah, text me.
I have no idea about these things. All right. All right. See, that's now I wasn't going to introduce him yet, but we have Will, who is today is his first day as a job shadow here on my show. And Will wants to be a comedy writer, and he's already contributed to the show. Of course, I'm going to take all the credit because I'm the host. But Will is also a theater guy. And,
awesome.
And can you sing? So you sing too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. This is great. I've got a male and female singer that can sing backup on my silly parodies. We could go out and do a show. We could be the Evening Edge Trio.
Evening Edge karaoke.
Oh my gosh. And we could get sequin tops, right?
That would be awesome.
Oh man. This is too much. This is just too much. This is going to be great. All right. Well, let's work on it. We started working on a Will doesn't seem too enthused about that. Is it the sequins that turned you off? Maybe a little bit. Yeah. We've already started working on another parody. Yeah. He and I today, we're knocking it out. Has to do with, should I say? I'll just say it has to do with orange barrel season. Yeah, orange barrel season. The traffic barrels. They pop up every year, this time of the year. And has anyone noticed? I mentioned this like a week or so ago, and I didn't get any takers on it. I feel like there are a larger number of orange barrels in construction areas this year than there have been in the past. Has anybody else noticed that? It just seems like every coordinate that I encounter on the weekends, typically when Mary and I are running around, everywhere we go, there are construction barrels. There's construction barrels on Dayton Xenia Road. There were construction barrels on Patterson. I mean, everywhere I seem to go, there's construction barrels everywhere. So, all right. Well, that's what we're working on. I don't have time for this next story, so we'll just...
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Good job, both of you. That was good. Good stuff. Yeah. Somebody on the live stream says, Will, welcome, but run. It's the Evening Edge Trio. Da, 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 da. I'd like you both to refer to me, though, as Maestro. Okay? I'll have a cape, the whole deal, with sequins. Hey, Parker's in there. Does he sing? Wait, no. You could be our roadie. You know, it never really came to anything, but people wouldn't believe because, you know, my parodies, whatever. I actually sang, I got paid to sing on a Broadway soundtrack. Yeah. The show never became anything. It was like they did all this pre stuff and they paid a bunch of people to come in and sing sort of the songs that are going to be in there so they could hear them. The original soundtrack, Broadway soundtrack. I sang one song. I mean, I was part of a chorus, but it was fun. I was in a real recording studio with a bunch of other guy singers. It was a musical about a gym. It was called Shaping Up. Swear to God, true story.
McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Warmer temperatures until rain comes by the end of the week. We'll have the latest at 7. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Back to the show, everybody.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. You know, Bryn, my producer, she made a suggestion, Evening Edge karaoke. And, you know, I was thinking about something. A couple of years ago, we had this idea of open mic night, but doing it on the show. because from time to time, we get people calling in with jokes or dad jokes or one-liners or whatever it was. We've had people call in with parodies of their own. They've had people played their guitar over the phone, like a talent show. That might be kind of fun. Some sort of like open mic night where people you put together your material. Maybe it's a parody. Maybe it's a song that it could be real, like a legitimate thing. Or you got some jokes that are broadcast worthy and appropriate. Or dad jokes. Open mic night. We could do it on a Friday night when, Friday night people are easing into the weekend. Lots of times people aren't listening to the radio. So if we offend anybody, fewer people will be offended. I don't know, just an idea. We could do it. We got some breaking the law news to finish the show.
Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Well, this happened in Wilkes-Barre, PA, Wilkes-Barre Township. 3 men came to blows at a local plasma center. I've never heard of this occurring before. Maybe in elementary school it would happen. One of the men, apparently, they were all standing in line at this plasma center, and an elderly man was standing in line, and he let one rip. And the guy behind him became angry and struck the man, this elderly man, because he farted. And then the man's son stepped in, and suddenly all 3 of these guys were fighting each other, all because of what happened in the line. You reach a certain age where it's hard to control. You can't do anything about it. I'm 55, and I think that's that age. Just ask my wife. Anyway, that's the show. Thanks for listening tonight. Yeah, I know, TMI. You can get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com and all your favorite podcast platforms, with the exception of Spotify, because they kicked me off. You can also go back and watch the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we'll be back tomorrow night. And it is Wednesday, but no Wing It Wednesday. It's going to be Wing It Thursday this week, and I'll explain it tomorrow night. But we are going to have a big announcement on the Blueberry Cafe Pancurrito. So be listening for that.
That's it. We're done. It's over already?
Yeah, should have been here sooner.
Game over! Sorry, guys, I gotta run, but there will be another show.
When?
Actually, I'll be back tomorrow.
Same crap, different day.
At least he's consistent.
Good night, everybody!
All right, everybody. Thank you, Melody. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.